what steps would you take to ensure a positive working relationship between the public school system and Kuemper?
Well, I think we're really blessed that we have John Steffes and Casey Berlaw that work so well together. It's been a good working relationship. I feel that we do a great job partnering with them already with busing. You know, we have to come up with the busing schedules and work with them on that. Thank you. You know, we also set the calendar yearly. We have meetings with Kuemper and Carroll together and Arweva to set the calendar together. We have joint sports like Duane said. We also have the dual enrollment courses that are at DMAC and here that both Carroll and Kuemper kids can come to. So there's a lot of partnerships there that just are unseen. I was sad to hear at the Rotary that they had canceled the Tiger Nights, I think it was called Pancake Breakfast. I think those are good bonding times because, to be frank, it's not the kids that don't have that have problems. It's mostly the adults. The kids play together, they're friends. There's not any issues. I think, unfortunately, social media has portrayed a divide or put a divide in it more than anything. And of course, we can do more things to be better. I mean, Brian Bading came up with that one school or one community, two school event at the stadium. That was a wonderful event. So events like those.
So this question was asked a little bit at the Rotary one the other day, and it just made my brain start thinking. So I obviously am not from Carroll, so it is a little harder for me to understand why there's such a divide between the two schools, because to me they're both great. So, you know, our family goes and supports Kuemper when Carroll's not playing, and the kids all know my kids, which really the whole town does, but they all know them, and we've had experiences where the Kuemper kids have allowed Tyson to score touchdowns, and you know they enjoy that just as much as the Carroll kids do. And you know, we've had great experiences with the Kuemper kids, including our kids. And you know, I talked about the Kuemper night breakfast that they used to do with the two booster clubs that, you know, isn't happening anymore. And I think that that was a really good community thing that we did that I think we should get back to doing and just kind of work on that. I know that the stadium, although it did get passed, there were a lot of hurt feelings that felt like that was going to be passed as a neutral field, and then it didn't end up being neutral. So I think there's some things that we need to tie up with that, move forward, and just try to get that relationship rebuilt.
Well, we got two great examples of that where we had to work together as a community. That was when we passed the ISL, Instructional Support Levy. That was in 2014, and then we passed the stadium referendum. You know, the stadium had failed, I don't know how many times, several times. And it took a joint effort of working with both schools, both athletic directors, both boards, community members. It was a community involvement. The other thing, you know, we do share some sports, and we share obviously the busing and things like that. I feel we have from the administrative office a good relationship with our Kuemper friends. I do see that as a very good school. I do see that as a very positive benefit for the community. We've had board members, and currently do, that have children that go to Kuemper. They're on our board. They've been great contributors to our board. I've never felt threatened by that. They've been good. It's been a blessing to have them on and serve with us and share concerns from their side of things, and that has been good. The best thing we can do is just keep open communication. You know what? We can have Carroll Pride. They can have Kuemper Pride. But together, let's get back to let's have Carroll High School Pride. We want to have a Carroll Community Pride too. And I almost feel like that should trump over some of the school pride that we have, because then we can work together, you know, and keep really two good, strong schools in place, so that people looking to move someplace will think, I was a great place to be here in Carroll.
I don't have any. I don't know stuff like that. I heard it, but I don't know stuff like that. But if I have, you know, we have to talk. You know, we have to talk, we have to go search the problem, where it started. It's not just, you know, listen, people are different. People have different opinions. People want the best for themselves, sometimes for the rest of the people. But it always comes to what is best for the community, not just Kuemper or public, no. What's best for all of